What is a pawn storm and how does it work in chess? Imagine launching a surprise attack that slowly but surely breaks down your opponent's defenses. That's what a pawn storm is all about in chess. It's a bold way to push forward with multiple pawns on one side of the board, aiming to open lines and create chaos near the enemy king. When both players have castled on opposite sides, pawn storms become especially effective because they threaten to tear open the king's shelter. The idea is to use these advancing pawns as battering rams, forcing exchanges that weaken the opponent's pawn structure or open up diagonals and files for your heavy pieces like rooks and queens. Usually, you push a group of connected pawns, such as the pawns on the G and H files or the B and C files, moving them forward together to protect each other. This coordinated push is sometimes called a pawn roller when it involves multiple pawns moving in unison toward promotion. When you push these pawns, you aim to force your opponent into exchanges that open lines near their king, making it easier to launch a direct attack. But pushing pawns aggressively isn't without risks. Overextending can leave your pawns vulnerable to counterattacks or create weak squares behind them that your opponent can exploit. Timing is everything because each pawn move costs a turn, so you need to plan carefully. A successful pawn storm works by rapidly advancing connected pawns on one flank to challenge your opponent's pawn structure and king safety. It forces pawn exchanges that open lines for your heavy pieces to infiltrate. It also creates weaknesses or open lanes near the enemy king to set up a direct assault. To make it work, you need your pieces active and ready to take advantage of the open lines. Coordinating your rook and queen to attack along the open files is key. Timing your pawn push so it doesn't weaken your own position is equally important. In the middle game, a pawn storm can be a game changer. It's especially useful when both sides have castled on opposite sides because it can quickly turn into a race to see who can break through first. The main goal is to use these pawns as a battering ram to open the enemy's defenses, then follow up with your pieces to deliver a decisive blow. So, in essence, a pawn storm is a powerful attack strategy that uses multiple pawns to challenge the opponent's structure and create attacking chances near their king. It's all about timing, coordination, and knowing when to push forward to break through and seize the initiative.